Hello, you're watching Avenue X, and today let's talk about a recently finished airing Chinese short drama produced by iQIYI, also airing on CCTV 1, 我的阿勒泰 2, The Wonder. This is an 8-episode short drama. This year around springtime, it was submitted to the Cannes International Series Festival, and it is a very young awards. It was established back in 2018. Still though, they definitely promote this drama with a heavy tag attached to it. It is directed by the director Teng Congcong and also adapted by her with another person based on an existing, not novel, but a prose essay collection written by a female author called Li Juan. She is a Han ethnic person who lives in Xinjiang and grows up there. She has published many books since early 2000 to now. Among her many books, one of them published in 2010 is called 我的阿勒泰, literally means my 阿勒泰, which is also the title of this drama. Alatai is a region of Xinjiang situated to the north part of the province. The drama adaptation picked this book out of many of this author's prose essay collection books and tweaked things to make it work better, I guess, as a storytelling form, but still keeping to its prose nature. If you want to compare it to other dramas and see where it situates, what kind of genre it should belong to, not very clear actually after you've watched it, but nonetheless, it's so unique, so it can just exist on its own, I guess. In terms of production, they really went to Xinjiang and all the actual regions where the story happens to shoot. They hired local actors who haven't really shown up in any other films or televisions because they, in a way, are actors but also not actors, and they're actually speaking their own ethnic language. So at least half of this drama is spoken not in Mandarin. They shot this from March to May last year. In terms of the cast, it is led by Ma Yili, Zhou Yiran, Yu Shi, Jiang Qiming. In terms of what the story is about, it's very simple. It's set in early 2000, and our female lead character, played by Zhou Yiran, is a Han ethnic girl who actually was born in Xinjiang and grew up there. She is very passionate about writing, but she never really went to any proper writing trainings or schools, and she's very not confident in her own abilities to write well. And after a few years of leaving her home and trying her luck out in cities, she just didn't make it, so she decided to travel back to the pasture where her mother now is running a convenience store. So she goes to search for her mother and ends up living on this pasture among the local Kazakh people and seeing their nomad, raising animals mostly type of lifestyle and meeting new people and also old people there. It's her life experience of moving from the city to the pasture. Most of the story happens within quite a small condensed period of time, and then the last bit of the story is a couple of years later after a major event that happened at the end of the story. She goes back again and then she meets some old people and it ends there. So that's like the whole story, 8 episodes. Like I said, it's based on an essay collection, so it really isn't that plot heavy. If I have to give it a rating, it's just hard because it's not really that story heavy as a story. It has things that are so unique that you just don't compare it to any other dramas you have seen because there aren't any similar ones out there. How do you rate it? I wouldn't feel like my time is wasted watching it, but I'm unlikely to rewatch it just as a story. I don't feel my subscription money is wasted basically, but then am I super impressed and really, emotionally sort of elevated or excited? Not necessarily. Let's talk about what this drama is like, and then if we have to say what is good or bad about it, or more like what is unique about it. If you are the type of audience who only watches series for high entertainment value, probably this wouldn't be the type of drama to go into. Although it's fictional, it does have a little bit of that documentary element. And because it's shot in real place with very good camera, Dolby sound, vision, beautiful landscape, and actually hiring real people who are really living on the land, moving from one pasture to another at different seasons, speaking languages that almost never shows up in Chinese dramas. Often like entire conversation is like completely, you have to read subtitles. You wouldn't understand what they're talking about at all if you're not from there. Gives you the sense of it is almost like a semi or more like a 30% documentary, 70% fictional narrative, although it is 100% fictional story. And if you're curious about lifestyle, what the details of life is like for people who live at that part of Xinjiang, and you want to see that part of the world, what it looks like and how gorgeous and stunning everything literally is. The mountains, the river, the trees, even the sound. Like they really record the natural sound of that space. It's like watching a National Geographic documentary of Xinjiang. Then you can definitely go into this drama. You're enjoying it a lot. I think from the end of last year to now, I've seen quite a few very good content creators globally, if you go on YouTube and also Bilibili, who have traveled to that part of China, Altai actually, and shot it in winter with like drones, what the steaming water is like when it's half frozen, half still running, and so beautiful. It's like one of those places that you would really want to travel to if you're a big travel enthusiast. So I guess it could also serve as a travel tourism promotion drama. That's another thing that this drama could do, and I think one of the reasons it got made. Apart from iQIYI testing out different types of dramas and also trying to submit it to awards, also the whole element of Xinjiang, which is, very global politics, how sensitive it is. And then I think a lot of local Xinjiang people, and also from Chinese government's perspective, it is pretty ridiculous what's going on in the world talking about Xinjiang. So people are like, yeah, may just go in there and film a drama and let you see what it's like, And it's a very specific group of people in Xinjiang, and Xinjiang is huge with many different ethnic groups. This is just one part that hasn't been filmed on camera in this way before, just because small group of people and they live very specific this type of life that is so different from what most of the urban dwellers are living, whether it's in China or globally. Also, for all those elements, right, this drama is just really unique. I think it's worth giving it a try, and even if you're just looking at it as a human landscape documentary, it is pretty high quality and enjoyable. Now, in terms of as a drama itself, characters, actors, if we go to those parts of the story, I haven't actually read the whole essay collection, but I've read people who have read the essay collection, their reaction to the drama, which would be they still feel the drama, for the narrative's sake, did dramatize certain elements of the essays, also made the female lead character fitting more for a drama narrative, very fish out of water, and did a lot of quotation mark dumb things that the original author probably isn't that dumb, and also how the actress portrays her. I don't feel it's a huge problem. I do feel slightly maybe they're playing her a little bit too dumb sometimes, but not to the point that it would offend you. Zhou Yiran is a suitable enough actress for this role, but may not be the best choice out there. Given this drama as the nature of it, such a short, small production, she's just a suitable choice at the time when they made up the team and make this drama. And honestly, I'd say this production is very lucky already, because they managed to cast her, who is okay enough. They managed to find Ma Yili. She's a very good actress, and I think she did a pretty good job playing this Han ethnic woman, but who's lived most of her life in Xinjiang and who has been living among people who are not of her language and of her background, and almost half blended into them, but then still being an outsider. Both from her styling, her looks, and also just the way she speaks and how she acts, she actually plays this role pretty well. They also picked Jiang Qiming, who didn't really got noticed until last year's 漫长的季节 drama. They kind of predicted this guy, although as a supporting role, is gonna get a lot of traction. And even luckier, they picked Yu Shi. Yu Shi didn't got famous until summer, July last year, when the movie showed up in theater, 封神, that literally made him, if not yet super A-list, is like A- listed, close to A-list star these days. Lucky for this production to manage to grab all those people to play the main roles right before 2 out of 4 of them suddenly got more noticed. All these characters fit the roles, if not 100%, at least 80% to 70% well enough. And if we have to talk about the details of acting, I think I'm happy with Ma Yili. I'm also very happy with Jiang Qiming. He plays a Guangdong person with very strong accent, who had something to do with our female lead character, also the mother character throughout the story. Great actor, that's all I can say. He's playing this by no means a great gentleman who's just trying to survive in the world and doing sometimes shady things, sometimes questionable things, not completely corrupted and bad, but by no means having super stellar character person. And he just plays that balance really, really well. And he acts, I guess with the help of his very strong accent, the closest I say to documentary acting style among the main cast in the story. As for Yu Shi, his real ethnic background is Mongolian. He's half Mongolian, I think. And then he speaks Mongolian, but he doesn't speak Kazakh language. And for this drama, he spent half a year learning it from a local person. You can hear when he's speaking with a real Kazakh person, like there's still the fluency is not really on the same level. How easily the language kind of rolls off the tongue sounds different when he's talking to a local person. But I cannot tell because I cannot speak the language. I'm already impressed enough by his very big chunks of dialogues constantly spoken in a language that is not his language. And he plays this guy who tries to raise a race competition horse that got injured. He's trying to get it back to health while his brother has passed away, so his father tries to pull him back to work on the pasture and raising the cattle, and he doesn't quite want to do that. Then he has this very subtle romantic line with a female lead character, and he has extensive, I guess, showing off his skills sequences in the drama. So if you're a Yu Shi fan, it definitely should go into watch his drama because he's sort of in his comfort zone, riding horses, shooting arrows, singing with his guitar, which are all things that he's well known for. So if you want to see Yu Shi in his 原生态 natural look with his long flowing hair, even to mainland Chinese people, very exotic kind of image of this actor, you should go and watch his drama. You'll be very, very satisfied. He also acted, I think, as the writing and shooting coach actually for this production. He's the only one also who did all his horse riding and shooting by himself without stunt double in this drama as well. Might as well just use him since he can do it. There's also another really interesting coincidence that just happened. The drama aired on the day of the last episode where there's this very important plot that happened. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'm just going to tell you that it is emotionally the highest moment of the whole story. And the drama intentionally changed the color grading to all red. So they put a red filter on that whole sequence and everything is red. Although it's a very old-fashioned and sometimes outdated and often if you use it wrong would be wrong technique, for that particular part of the drama it actually worked really well and I am okay with it. It actually makes total sense. On the same day when this last episode aired, on the same night, in Alatai region where the drama was shot, there was that huge geomagnetic storm that's going on right now in the world. So many places have seen crazy auroras at night where you usually don't get to see it. And there was this huge red one that covered the entire region of Alatai on the same night. That literally physically changed everything into red. That's just cool and crazy. So that's what I can think of worth talking about this drama. It's not a typical drama. It's hard to categorize what it is, but I think it's definitely worth checking out just because of how unique it is, and you probably will get really impressed by how beautiful everything looks. Now also I like just capturing details of life while they pick stuff from the ground, talking to each other, traveling to another person's wedding, walking for 2 hours, trying to get soaps to wash clothes, or trying to just get that board for clothes washing laundry board and just never get it. It's like all those details of little things in life and played by actors who are local, who speak their language, who look like they grow from that place and get sunburned, living under nature all the time, talk and act in close to documentary type of style. Yeah, it's just super unique. Whether it's just within China, among all the other dramas that exist today, or even globally, it's one of the rare projects that gets made this way, and it will be the unexpected side dish you add into your main diet that you don't expect to see, but give you a very different way of appreciating food. That would be my review of the drama 我的阿勒泰 to the Wonder. I hope you do get some time to check it out. And if you do have your reaction to the drama, tell people what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy. Drama.